Hey guys, it's me, Bluffamuchuck here, and today we're going to be playing some more Thaumcraft, and it's just me. This is a public server, but currently we just have me here, which isn't that big of a deal. I hope you don't mind. Ooh, file finished. It's a map that I'm testing for somebody. Maybe I might make a video on it sometime soon, but for now, not quite. So the first, what do you? Okay, I'll look at that later. Oh, I'll be right back. Interesting noises caught my attention. Alright, sorry about that. People logging in and off of Skype. Just turned it to do not disturb. So let's get back into the swing of things. We got our cauldrons, infinite water pool, we got that table. Now we gotta start research in our research table. But to do that we need some sugar canes. So let's get some. How about we? There should be a few in here. Yeah. Alright. So I'll plant one here. I'll plant one of these here as well. So that's going to start off a nice little farm for us. Right now we don't really have enough. So we're going to have to look around for some. So I'll do that. And then I'll be right back. Because I'm sure you don't want to see me looking around the environment. Unless I find something special. Oh, I just thought of something. I was reading a bit of the Thaumcraft in between episodes. And it turns out you shouldn't mine all the ores, the infused ores at least, that you see. Because apparently they can be used to recharge the local aura if it gets too low. So that's fancy. So we don't want to mine it all so that we can use it for our aura. So yeah. Alright, it looks like we got a bunch of sugarcane here. So let's get rid of all of that. Hey, look. Something's glowing down there. Lava. I see some obsidian. Okay, so that's 10. That'll be a good amount for now. We shall start. We'll start our little farm nearby. You know, I might even consider building it near our animal farm. I'm not sure, but I'll get back to the our Thaumium research area. I don't know what to call it. I'll get back to our area and then we can actually do stuff. Huzzah! Alrighty then. We're back here, and I decided that instead of building our farm away from our facility, we're just gonna put it extending right off of this infinite thing, just for the sake of convenience, right? So there we go. We got that. I grabbed the other ones that we planted before, and there we go. So now let's start crafting some paper like that. Yeah. So that'll be good to start off with. And remember, we were able to research any of the blinking icons here. I don't know what some of these are, actually, like how to research them. I don't even know what this does. I don't know what this nugget does. Does it do something? I don't know. Yeah, I know what this does, and I think I know what that does. But the rest of the stuff is a little bit hazy still. So, I know this right here. This, how to make that and what it does. So what I'm gonna do is I need coal and redstone, and I'll get to explain how the research table works in this as well. So I actually do need to go home. I'm not just going home to get redstone. I'm going home because we need our research table, which, if you don't remember, happens to be I am failing this. Happens to be in our bedroom. So we're gonna go and do some research of researchiness. And we'll get to actually make things. So let's see, we got redstone, so I'll grab a stack of that. And I kind of think that gunpowder might be an interesting thing, or let's see what aspects gunpowder has. Fire and fractus. We don't really need that. Torches might be good for research. Honestly, I'm not sure really what to research, because of course it's supposed to be a mystery. So let's do some research and have a nice view while we're researching. So there's two forms of research. We got cursory or thorough. Thorough, you have less of a you have more of a chance to discover something, but at the same time you have a higher chance of losing the item that you're researching with. So if I want to research with redstone and coal, it uses one item. It uses the items to research. If you're using thorough, you have a higher chance of losing the item than if you're on cursory. You have a lower chance of losing the item, but you also have a lower chance of discovering something. I'm going to leave it on cursory. So the first step is to put paper down here, and then you're able to click this button to start research. So we have our aspects. If you see when I put it in, it shows you the aspects. We got Potentia and Machina for redstone, and we've got Ignis and Saxum for coal. And we're going to start researching. As you see, when I hit that button, it took a piece of paper, wrote it into research note. You can take this out and research something else at different times, bring it to another research table, whatever, or you can leave it in here, and it'll show your progress. As you see, the second that I researched those two things, it came up with your notes, which are a bunch of gibberish for us now, and then we have two things that we have that we don't know what they are yet. So we're gonna do some more research. Let's use thorough because I know that these have a thing. So now we know we know that Machina and Saxum are not in this, but we know that Potentia is in there. And now we know that Ignis is in there because it's highlighted there. So, now we got more in Ignis, less in Potentia still. Now we got more in Potentia, still Ignis. It looks like we finished Ignis. Potentia is still not complete. Potentia is not complete. Potentia is complete now. So now we just need to know what this thing is. Now, you'll note, since I've gotten far into this research, 60%, this has a description now. It says, this glowing flame seems to be fueled by magic itself. The number of uses for an ever-burning flame seems endless, but unfortunately it does seem to produce much heat, though it could prove to be a steady source of light and energy. So in that description we see three keywords used: heat, light, and energy. As you've noted, we've already researched two things: Ignis, which has heat, and Potentia, which has energy. And as you see, it says energy and heat. Now we're missing one thing: light. So what has light? Torches. They have lux, which is light. So if we put our torches in here, we know that we need light because the research notes say so. So there we go. See, now it says it's lux. That's 37%. So we're gonna keep using up our torches, keep getting closer. You see, now we're 62. It still says the same stuff. Now we're even closer, 87, and boom, 100%. Now all of these are complete. It makes our nice little triangle, and we have the discovery of Night Horror. So now we can take our torches back. If you look at this discovery in your hand, it says that it's made out of ignis, lux, and potentia. It says, this glowing flame seems to be fueled by magic itself. And it's basically the same thing I read earlier. If we right-click this, it'll disappear. It will say research complete. And if we look at our Thaumcraft, we got Nitor. And it says the description, and it shows how to make it. Now we're gonna get into this now, because I think we're ready. So basically what it's showing is we need a crucible, which we made downstairs, remember? And we also need these symbols. We need 4 ignis, 6 lux, and 4 potentia. Now, to get that, we need 6 lux, right? So, oh, I don't know what just happened there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 torches, because torches have 1. We also need 4 ignis. And 4 potentia, right? Alright. So that means that if we do coal, we'll get 4 of... if we do 2 coal, we'll get 4 ignis and potentia, and we'll have 2 saxum left over. And I'll explain once we are done making it what that leftover saxum, what happens to it. So let's go down to our research room. Huzzah! Alright, so now we're here. What our first step is to fill our cauldron with water, and we're gonna wait for this to boil. Which you'll start seeing bubbles coming up once it's boiling. There you go, bubbles. So now we're going to add our 6 lux. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As you'll see, the bubbles come up as yellow because the lux is a yellow thing. So you see yellow bubbles. And now we need the 4 ignis and the 4 whatever it's called. And you'll see we got our bubbles of different colors coming up. And if we whack it with our wand, ooh, didn't want to. That would have been bad if I tossed that coal in there. Ta-da! Now we got our Nitor done. Look at it, glowing. It's beautiful. It really is. I'm gonna pick that up. Ta-da! Nitor. Uses. It doesn't have any uses quite yet. We'll find some later on, but. As I said earlier, there's that extra saxum that I didn't, that I mentioned, correct? Do you remember how I said that? Now what happens to that extra saxum is it goes into the atmosphere as flux, which is, basically, as the Thaumcraft says, if we look, using magic is never without risk, and nothing proves this as much as flux. If the magic aura can be described as a still pool, flux is the ripples and eddies caused by a rock dropped into it. It is not a corruption of the magic, but a disturbance, order turning into chaos, and the natural laws being turned on their head. So basically, what flux is it's caused by bad use of magic, or not necessarily bad use of magic, but excess magic that is bad for the atmosphere. So that 2 extra saxum went into the atmosphere as flux because it had nowhere to go in our crafting. So yeah, good. That's not very good. Now I kind of want to figure out what the next our next thing might be. So let's go back up to the house and we'll start researching the other things. Now, if you look in our book, we figured out Nitor, which was an eternal flame. But this is the opposite color, right? So what I'm thinking is that it may prove useful to have something cold. I don't know if water is cold or what, but we got fire. I think water might be a good thing to to try out in our research table. So I just thought I'd say, if you don't want to be spoiled with like if you don't want all these research levels, tiers, to be spoiled for you, I suggest you skip through it. Now, let's see. We got... I'm trying to think of what other things that it could be. So, our Nitor had fire, light, and... I don't know. And, let me check. Fire, light, and power. So let's see. Let's start our research with a bucket of water. I'm not sure what that means, by the way. I don't think it's important either. Alright, so we got our research notes going. Obscura. Oh, I should have went on cursory for that. Oops. I guarantee you that's the water symbol. That is the Obscura. So let's see if we have anything that has water. I'd assume we wouldn't. Oh, sugarcane does. Let's see. No, okay. Let's toss some gravel in there. See if it's any of those things. Alright. So we know that it's not Saxum. Fractus. It's not Fractus either. Let's see. Might as well check if it's Potentia or Machina. It's not. Okay, so it's not either of those. What do we have here? Meat. Dark. That might be a symbol in here, actually. Are they both... Okay, now they're both grayed out. Okay, so it's neither of those. I thought darkness would be in there. Let's try some more wood. Okay, no, it's not that. I don't think that'll be beneficial to use. Now, I want to go make another bucket of water, because that looked like it had potential. So let's try this. I wonder what I'm researching, actually. Because you can't really tell, can you? But something about the bucket of water clicked inside of there. So it must do something. Okay, so since we're back up here, weird. I don't know if you saw that. My bucket disappeared. The water disappeared inside the bucket. It's mysterious. Anyways, so it could be any of these. So it's not water. So Okay, okay. So we know that metal is part of there. Is there anything in here that looks like metal? Yeah, actually. So, why don't we grab some iron? What aspects does iron have? Just metal. Okay. Alright, now we got two other things. By studying the regiments of alchemy and the properties of metals, you think you may have stumbled upon a way to transform base metals into gold. Base metals into gold. So do you think gold? Is anything? No. Base metals into gold. So it says something about alchemy, right? So do we have anything with magic? What about the crystals? You know what I'm thinking of doing? I'm gonna make some more tables. Get myself some more writing tools and scribing tools, I mean. So let's make a table. So we got 2 tables. I'm pretty sure the extra bottles are downstairs. And well, down there. The reason I'm making 2 more tables is because if I ever need to come down here to grab some magical stuff to craft with, to research with, I'll be able to just take the research notes with me and it'll be efficient, because efficiency is the key. So these have magic. So let's try these shards. Okay. Yeah. Keep forgetting that this is a crafting table. We need scribing tools. There we go. Now let's put our research notes. And we'll try a V shard. I want it on cursory. Okay, so let's take some earth shards now, since I don't want to waste. That is a potential. Oh, it's not magic. When I put the bucket in there, there was one thing it had. Because it's not, what's it called, right? Not either of those. Transfer metal into gold. Instrumental. Is it ignis? No. What's that? Permutatio. Exchange. What else has permutatio? Do I have anything with permutatio? Nope. But that sounds like transform, change. Yeah, there you go, permutatio. So that's one. Do we got anything with permutatio? Got more seeds. If seeds have permutatio, I think mushrooms should as well. Let's get some more seeds. Alright, let's try. They do not, but we have 2 seeds. I'm hoping to get to 100%. Oh, and it gives you, I forgot, it gives you the last one once you get those 2. So now we know. Now we just need to look for something that has expensive, precious stuff. Just scroll over something, see if we can get it. So gold has that, which makes sense because we're transmuting gold into. Why am I making this into ingots? I don't need to. Do I? I assume the ingot wouldn't have anything else extra. It might have a few other things, but it probably doesn't have any more precious. That wouldn't make sense. Well, actually, it kind of would. Sweet. Basic transmutation. So we already read that. Alright, so what do I do with basic transmutation? You are now able to transform basic metals like iron into gold nuggets. The transformation is not without cost and loss, however, but one can never have too much gold, can one? 2 metal. And 1 expensive? So, if I take 1 gold nugget, how many does that give me? Wait. It gives me 2. 1 gold nugget and 2 pieces of metal. No, I don't know. I don't know how to get that precious symbol other than gold. Weird. Okay. So, I'm not going to try that right now. But, it unlocked a new study. Which, I know this. This is a thaumium ingot. You'll see it in the thumbnail of the video. So, why don't we toss some iron into the table and see if that gives us anything. Alright, we already have that. And there we go. Having mastered the transformation of base metals into gold, the next step would be to transform any and all metals into iron. So, crap. So it had okay. So let's go get some more seeds. And this is going to be the last piece of research for today before I leave. Seeds. Come on, go 100% for me. Ah. Oh, that's a bummer. Put these seats in there. Work, please. 77. Did you tell me yet? No, of course not. Yeah, 100. Oh, the metal's not done. Oh, is it just those two? Oh, huh. Cool. Okay, iron transmutation. Having mastered? Yeah, we already read that. Now, how do I do it? Two metal equals one iron, 2 iron nuggets. So that is sick. Let's toss all 7 in. Oh wait, we need water. So 8 iron nuggets. How many each? To make this, it was 2 for 2. 1 gold nugget has 1. So shouldn't I have 9? Nugget. Ooh, unless I on accident threw 1 away. Ooh, why did I do that? Oh. Okay. So you can turn 2. Oh, I get it. There's right now. I just released a bunch of flux into the place. By the way, but so there's a little bit of a loss. I see. That's still cool. Yeah, that's cool. So let's look at the Thaumcraft. We still have that to research. We still have that to research. That and that to research. I'm gonna try just before we go to leave you guys on a cliffhanger. Gonna put a piece of paper, an earth shard. Hit it. Go. Unknown theory. We'll have to find out what that unknown theory is next time. We know that it has Machina. Thermometer. This thing is the thermometer. We're gonna unlock that in next episode. So I hope to see you guys on next time. Thanks so much for watching. Goodbye.